Yeah, it's me. I'm back. Hello, everyone. No, not is this. This is Let's Talk EV almost every Sunday at 7:20 p.m. A little live stream where people can interact in the electric car world. Hope you're all doing great. This is water, not vodka. I swear. It's a nice Sunday. Who's here? Hey, Arizona. There are new people here. Graham is here as always. Again, congrats on the new ID4. Hope you get the one that you like. Very exciting. I hope you all doing great. I'm doing amazing because I have to work tomorrow. Yay! But on Tuesday is a holiday here in Germany. It's October 3rd. That's where 1988 Germany got back together again. The East Germany and West Germany, and so this is a holiday in Germany. So I won't be I'll be live. Yes, we are. We're gonna go through a bit of news. I found a lot actually. Interesting. And then we talk about my degradation video that I published yesterday. My Patreons and YouTube members already saw it a few days before. So always here, join Patreon and YouTube channel membership. You can be in, you can even tell me, hey, there's something wrong. Maybe we should do it a different way. And I changed it. That's all happening. This is because of Oktoberfest. I think didn't Oktoberfest start already last weekend, or yeah, I have no idea. I only know it doesn't start in October. I think it's the last week of September and 2 weeks long or whatever. I don't know. I've been there once. It was horrible. It's way too busy, and I'm sure it's even worse now. Price of electricity is supposed to be going down here in UK. Cool. I don't even know in Germany. I still have the old price, and so far my power company didn't say that they want to change anything. Last year at that time they changed it from 26 cents per kilowatt hour to 28. It's renewable energy only. And then everyone else went 3 months later or so went up to almost 50 or worse. And so I was, whew, that was lucky that I didn't change or whatever, had to change at some point. And this year nobody contacted me yet. I think it was in September last year. I can't remember exactly. But let's go through some news. 62 people are here. Hello everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. For the people who don't know, this is a live stream. You interact with me live. If you watch this later, it's a bit boring. just a warning. Because I always get comments, oh, this is long and nothing is happening. Yep, that's why. Let's go to some news. Yeah, I say it every time. The new Electrive, I don't know how you say it, website is horrible, because every time when I get into, and if anyone knows why, before there are many pages, it's just not just one page, but when I go down, I don't see any button where I can go to the next page. It's just one page. And I don't see it up here. This is a comment button. I don't know what they did, but I only can see the first page, and that's a bit weird. Let's start with this. EnBW is the biggest high power charger builder in Germany. It's way before Tesla or Ionity or anything else. I think it's even double what I can't remember. It's over 3,000 high power chargers in Germany, and you've seen me charge there. They have awesome charging stations, because it's always like you see here. It's the 300 kilowatt type of chargers where at least it's always 2 CCS plugs, and they have 4 to 8 chargers of those, and then one of each. I think 2 chargers have, then one has a type 2 and one has a CHAdeMO charger as well. And they're building 6 more parks in Germany. Another, what did they say, 92 chargers That's awesome. And they will be getting the new HYC hypercharger 400, which can charge with 400 kilowatt two times 200 kilowatt. So I'm guessing before the hypercharger 300 was a 75 kilowatt module, but 4 times, and you can order it in whatever way. It can be just one, so a 75 kilowatt charging, 2 for 150, or the full one with 300 kilowatt. And as it works is, if a car is plugging in, depending on the charging power that it gets, it says, let's say you get 160 kilowatt, that means you need 3 of those modules, and if someone else wants to charge, you only get the 75 kilowatt module that's left. And I've been told that there was a software update, then when the charging power of the first car is going down, the other one can have more. And looks like this one has 2 200 kilowatt modules, so that would be bad if one would be taking more than 200 and nobody else can charge, but I could be wrong. I'm just reading off here. No, it says it here, 250, 150 kilowatt, I don't know. Yeah, it's all fine, but the cute thing is, what I have seen is that most of those stations, EMBW, have solar panels on the roof, and up to 50 kilowatt peak. That's peak. So it's not always delivering 50 kilowatt, but that's going back into the grid. It's not for charging. Then there's also cool, Norma, it's a discounter here in Germany. We have even one here in Passau, and it's everywhere. I think we have 2 in Passau. Yeah, we have. I think so. I think we. I don't know. Yes, but they will be getting 100 battery high power chargers. So it's a high power charger with 2 CCS plugs, but it also has a 200 kilowatt hour battery in there that will be charged from the solar panels on the roof of the discounter, so the store, and then. And because it's such a big roof, it's a 160 kilowatt peak solar panels, and this will charge the battery, and with the battery you then charge your car. That's of course, when the battery is empty, then it comes from the grid, but still a great idea. Can be cheap, I'm guessing, but 100 stores should get this. Next, also charging for Germany, the Deutschlandnetz. I made a video about this 2 years ago, I think. It is a charging plan that was organized back then, that Germany should get 900 sites in Germany along the highway and busy roads, country roads, with altogether 800 charging spots. And Germany wanted to that every 20 kilometers at least is a high power charger, and not just one charger. It should be severals on each location. I think it has to start by 12 chargers or something. I made a video about it. Like I said, 2 years ago, and companies could say, hey, I would want to do this, and then the government agency selected who can build somewhere and what. And it was not just a price, so they get subsidized by German government. But it's also and the price for power as well, by the way, not just what they're doing. It was decided for them if they already own something around that area, if what they want to build, not just chargers or something where people can eat, go to the bathroom, and I don't know what, and all of this. And these are the companies that won. What's still missing is the highway. This is just the rest. On the highways, there's another few spots that are being decided right now. It won't take that long. And Allego is one. Eon, if you know that. Fastnet gets 2. There will be 92 sites where they can build. EVgo, the other one, I have no idea who those are, but Ionity didn't do that. EMBW didn't do that because they just do it themselves. Aral Puls in Germany is pretty big, but Aral does it on their own gas station. They don't need this. And the gas stations are most likely on busy roads and busy highways anyway. But it's a great idea. We'll see how it all will turn out. Yeah, in October of 21 for the highways. That's true. When will this be done? Third quarter of 22. Where are we? Does it say anything? No. And the chargers must be minimum of 200 kilowatt for each charging spot. And back then they had a price of 44 cents per kilowatt hour, has to be the maximum. But this was 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure they will change something. Then CityWatt also has new charging stops, charging spots. I'm all here, HPC parks. We have a CityWatt not far away in Rudeting and one in Passau. Each in Rudeting, it's a different one because it's from a power company that installs solar panels and everything. But in Passau, that's just normal one where they have, like here, hyperchargers, a few one. In Munich, I know one with 8 or 10 chargers even. And they're gonna do even more. And I want to see you in Neustadt and Worms. Where's Bayern? Where's my home? I don't think so, but that's fine. Charging. Then, yes, Fastnet, what we just said, in Hilden. Hilden is a big charging hub. A lot of charging there. It's very famous, that town. And they upgraded the charger with 5 more chargers that can do 400 kilowatts. So the HYC, the hyperchargers 400 that we just talked about. I haven't charged at one yet, but I also didn't have a car that could do more than 300 kilowatt. I think the new Porsche Taycan, maybe the new Porsche GT and the new Porsche Macan and the Rimac Nevera are one of the only cars who can charge more than 300 kilowatt. Yes, then UK. In 2024, the new e-quotes will start. That's interesting because where does it say? 2024, 22% have to be electric cars. Am I right? So yeah, car makers are from 2024 on. 22% must be electric. In 2035, it must be 100%. But if it's a transporter, it can be 10%. What does it else say? And in 2030, 80% and 70% with transporters. So they're doing something that I don't think that the rest in Europe is doing yet. Germany always has a goal, but no one is really talking about it because I think they're all waiting what the car makers say, because German government is in the pocket of German car makers, Volkswagen as well. And if anyone decides, hey, let's wait and do a bit more ICE cars, then they're gonna wait. That's what I'm saying. Then, because we are Volkswagen announced that Trinity, the next platform that EVs are being built on, which has been delayed. In the beginning, it was planned to get the new. Right now, we have MEB, and then they switched that the next platform should be MEB Plus, which I don't know which one that is and what car that will be. If the ID2 will be MEB Plus, but I don't think so. I think that's a smaller version of MEB. And Trinity should be the next step where nothing, it's just a few numbers that they announced, but this is all blah blah because nobody knows. And they haven't even said if it will be 800 volt system or something. But they announced that this Trinity will be built not in Wolfsburg, where Volkswagen has its home. It will be built in Zwickau, where my ID3 was built. Zwickau was the first factory of Volkswagen that was totally switched from ICE to electric. When my ID3 was built in 2019, maybe beginning of 2020, I don't know. It was still they have many production lines, and only one line was electric back then. But I think half a year later, or maybe a year later, it was fully electric. and Wolfsburg is I think Wolfsburg, they don't build anything electric. Then we have Emden with the ID4 and the ID7. We have Hanover with the ID bus, but I don't think this is a factory just for the ID bus. But the biggest thing is Zwickau. And I was there, I could look at the factory, how they are building. I made a video about that back then. It was an ID Treffen. It was in September of, or August, July or August of 2020. Yes, last year. Then next, Lucid Motors is starting a factory in Saudi Arabia. They must invest a lot of money. I have seen the car in Munich at the IAA. I wrote them if they want to give me a press car or invite me to something. I didn't get a reply, and it's understandable. And I looked at the configurator and whew, starts the cheapest at 108,000, and the Sapphire, what it's called, or the Dream Edition, is over 200,000 euros. That's a lot of money. Yes, you get 1200 horsepower or something and 800 kilometers of double LTP range. But I also heard at Next Move they said that self-steering, for example, autopilot, doesn't work yet. But it's been shown in the configurator that it's also already available, and it costs money, and somebody sued them for that. Then, this is bad. Volkswagen is again, after the holidays in the fall, which should be at the beginning of October now, they're gonna reduce the production in Sachsen, so in Zwickau, what I just talked about. And it will be Volkswagen ID3 and the Cupra Born. They're gonna reduce the production of these cars, so I guess that the demand is lower. So only 2 shifts. The ID4, 5, Q4 e-tron and Q4 Sportback e-tron still is in 3 shifts, so night shift as well. And in Dresden, at the Transparent factory, also the production will be closed down for 2 weeks. That's bad. That doesn't look that good. And also, that I said that last week, people that only had a contract for a short-term contract, Volkswagen will not renew those contracts. And in the factory in Emden, where ID4 and ID7, also the late shift was even turned off. Ooh. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, I said it's the same here in English. To cut ID3 and Cupra Born production in Germany. Yep. Then I have a video about the MG Cyberstar. We're gonna watch that. What is it doing? Let's look. Nothing. Someone is driving it. It's just an advertising video, is it? No. It has you can see it on the video, but it has a huge front, really huge front. The hood is, oh my god, long. It looks too long. But nice that somebody could already drive it. I'm sure it's in China, isn't it? The screens were not done yet. It's also the same in... I did something. Turned it down. Yeah, but nice. And last thing is Ionity map, as always, because I don't have a different map where I could see when chargers are being built or not. I say it all the time. What do we have? Spain is still a lot under construction. France is so full. It's crazy that France is so full and has a lot of chargers. UK, we have still a few buildings. Scotland as well, Northern Ireland. Ireland, nothing is going on. I think they got one more the other day, other time. Czech Republic is getting one more. Italy, I think this is new. I think this is a new one. Poland gets a few more, that's nice. And Germany gets a lot more. I mean, 2 new ones here in Munich and up here. This is in Austria, yeah, we talked about that. And here... yeah, charging, I think at some point we don't need to look at the charging map anymore. It's no point because we have so many chargers. in the area, it's not necessary anymore. Charging is fine. So let's look what you people said, and then we talk about the main topic. Hello from Romania. Hey Cesar. I hope I say it right. 9% in 3 years and 57,000 kilometers. Is that your car? My electricity price is on pre-war level. Or watch Björn live driving to visit his new home. That's also cute. To compare, my friend got pizzeria and Zoe with 52 kilowatt-hour battery cars have over 300,000 kilometers and their state of health is still over 90%. That's true. But Renault is one of those companies that I mentioned in the video that take away capacity from the buffer so it can hide that the battery is losing capacity. Kona, so Hyundai does this, Kia does this, and Renault does this with the Zoe as well. So it has more loss, but the battery is a bit bigger than they say. So it's not a 52. I thought it was a 50, by the way. What they say, and they just give it a bit more, and then when the buffer goes down, it still has 90%. But the good thing is, what you can drive is still what you say the 90%. So overall, it's good. It just shows not really what capacity has been lost, because it is. What my number was is pretty common. It's not something extraordinary, but some cars just hide it. I did also the German TÜV with my ID3. They're testing people were in trouble to go out if the brake tests stand because the ESP system cannot be deactivated. I had no problem with that. He did the brake test and everything fine, worked. Nothing. He didn't have to deactivate anything. And ESP stability has nothing to do with the brakes, so only if you do something weird. And the car, he put something into the OBD dongle to do his tests. He said he needs to do that. Maybe then it deactivated something. That could also be possible. I don't know. But it worked. Everything took 18 minutes. Cost 93 euros. It is 8 times 50. Yes, we have the new Volkswagen battery-powered HPC at 2 Aral stations here. Cool. Some Norwegian companies won some contract in Germany this week. Amazing. Will the 44-cent max hold? We'll see. And it could be that in a year this is a total normal price again. Sadly, there won't be a price limit in the Deutschlandnet. Not anymore. Did it change? Hey, buddy. Hey, Mark. In my honest opinion, price limit was 1/3 diesel price. I don't know. Until 2026 it must be finished. ID2 GTI looks good. It does look good. Size is then, of course, and we have to see how it drives. We'll have to see. But Fastnet are too expensive. It all depends, I think, what you have. A lot of people are missing the quota situation surrounding UK transition to EV, even though the headline was that they pushed it back fully from 2030 to 2035. Trinity is just the car, SSP is the platform. Are you sure? Trinity is the project, not the platform. Okay, I got it. I don't even know what MEB Plus is supposed to be. I don't know either. They just announced it that most likely the next thing will be not Trinity, it will be MEB Plus. I found this quotas via sure you cannot buy this car unless we sell this other car to another customer. Around Wolfsburg, the people surrounding it didn't want a new factory. That's possible. Volkswagen's future platforms sure are confusing. Lucid is Saudi. Great, Lucid is owned by Saudis. That's also true because they put a lot of money in there. Maybe the demand would be higher if Volkswagen prices were a little more reasonable when compared to the competition in the market. I don't even know. I'm honest, I have no idea what the competition costs except for Tesla, and I don't think that's a competition. It's just a different car. If you go for sporty or something else. No wonder if they don't put the new motor inside Volkswagen being stupid. Well, it takes a while. It's a review from Wheelsboy. Cyber stuff for small people. Kind of reminds me of the Electric BMW Z4. No, the Z4 is way smaller. I've driven one. Tesla definitely changed the market, but we're also getting to the point where everyone that really wanted an EV has one. That's also true. Cyberstar, who came up with the name, I have no idea. Volkswagen ID4 all-wheel drive leases for $1,050 per month here in Canada. Ooh, 8.5 to 9% lease rate. They are out to lunch. And all-wheel drive Model Y lease for $875. It's also a lot of money, though. That's a lot of money. Volkswagen ID4 was cheaper to buy in USA than Germany. Huh, that changed. Okay, let's get to the main topic. You saw the video. Tell me what I did wrong, because that's the typical thing that I get. I got 2 billion comments, and half of it is, interesting, and thanks you for the test. And the other comments were, you did this wrong, we didn't say this, you did, but that's normal. So I'm fine with it. I'm aware that the test can never be 100% correct when it comes to capacity. I think what it can show, though, is, unless the software has changed, this is also something that I don't know. It's possible that from the start, when I got the car, to now with ID software 3.2, consumption is calculated in the car in a different way, or it shows a smaller number that it should. Possible that you drive it and you think, look at me, I got very low consumption, and it's not the true number. I don't know that. They calculate this number on something and they put it there, and if the number is not right, of course my calculation is wrong. When it was wrong in the beginning, that would be fine, but if they changed it in between in 3 years, I don't know, then my calculation is off. But the tendency that I see seems to be okay for an electric car. In the first few months it should be 5%. That's very normal, because every lithium-ion battery settles in. There's chemistry things that happening, and you lose 5% of the capacity, and then with driving, DC charging, and I don't know what. I made a comment and it disappeared. Is that YouTube or you? I didn't remove any comment. Not one. Unless someone is really mean and or personal, I don't remove any comment. If it's something I don't agree, or if someone is stupid, I just don't reply. But I haven't deleted anything, and it's possible that you said something and YouTube thinks it's spam or mean or whatever. They have their own thing, and then it's in the, I have to review it and say at some point if this is okay. But that's not a lot. I would say I have 2 a week, and just someone saying to someone else, hey, you're an idiot, then something like this comes up. But I haven't removed anything. And what was I saying? Yes, 8% the first year, 7.9 seems to be okay. I also talked to someone who tests Tesla all the time with battery capacity. He knows stuff about Tesla, and he says that's totally normal. And then 2.5% the next year, and 1% this year. So the curve is going down, and I'm guessing next year it will be a bit under 1% or something like this. It's very, very interesting. What it is, I think the big problem is that car makers are not talking about it. They give you a car, say, hey, here you have 58 kilowatt hours, which you don't have usually for driving. And this is 420 kilometers of WLTP range. And then you drive a year, and then it's 8% less, and nobody tells you that. So this is where my videos and Björn Nieland's videos and many other EV users who own a car for a while, not just testing it for a week and then giving it back, they know, and they report on that this is normal and this will happen and it's totally fine. The same as when you have an older car with an older battery and you are in a low state of charge, you shouldn't push it, because it's possible that the balance of an old battery, the voltage balance is not perfect, and then when the state of charge is low, it's possible that when you push it, that one cell has low voltage and then the car shuts down out of safety measures, and you don't want that. That's just things that you learn by driving and using. I haven't never experienced it, but I saw it in videos. You just have to be aware of that. Where are we? Tesla Model Y is the same price as ID4 in the USA. Where are we? Are you satisfied with your 3-year leasing period with ID3? It is relatively expensive to lease a car in your opinion. I don't know if it is relative expensive. My thing was I didn't wanna. I guess for me not, because I was a first user. So first edition. I was an early adopter to ID3, and because the software wasn't done, the first 3 months were lease free, so I didn't have to pay for the first 3 months. That is 1,500 euros, and that was a big deal and was awesome. And was I satisfied? You have seen all of my videos. I love my ID3. It has its problems, and I mentioned them all the time. I'm not a Volkswagen fanboy. I like how Volkswagen ID car drive, and driving is important to me, comfortability and everything. And yes, infotainment system has a lot of problems, and over-the-air update has the biggest problem. And today I filmed a video. Remember a few weeks ago I made the video what Volkswagen did right with the ID3 from the start, and today I filmed the video what Volkswagen in 3 years have not managed to get working in the ID3 and what they did wrong. And oh, I sprayed everywhere. And one of them is this. But I'm still satisfied. I love the car. Will it come an ID3 with the new motor and new infotainment system? That's planned for next model year, so summer, fall next year, so in a year or so. ID4, ID5 will be delivered in around January with the new hardware, new software. ID7 end of November, December, I would say, or something like this. I don't know exactly. Lucid is an amazing car. Yes, it is a luxury. First plant is just south of Phoenix in Casa Grande, and of course there is a dealership in Scottsdale. There are many on the roads here. Cool. Degradation will probably stay at around 11% the coming years with the car. I would say around that, maybe 0.5% more or something like this. If I'm really mean to myself, will you delete it? To yourself? No, it's fine. Yeah, Ural deletes itself. Ach, I have to kill a dog. What does that do? Bad girl. Okay, minigans. It's okay. I know she's mean. Yeah, you go, my finnegans. Go eat a bit. I'm back. He's killing his dog. No, the dog attacked the cat. Or not attacked, just growled at the cat. That can't be. Are you okay, Finnegan? What's she mean? Where were we? Will you test Secra 001 soon? I haven't even asked them. This car totally went by me. I haven't noticed that. I flew over you 2 days ago, so I flushed the toilet on the plane. I hope you didn't get to it. Hey Darren. There also is a point maximum energy content of the traction battery when using OBD scanner. Did you check that one? No, I have not. And I have used it before, and it shows a different number, even more or less every day, and that's why I don't trust that point at all. I don't know where it gets that value, because once I looked at it at 50% state of charge and once at 80, and the next day I looked at it for 3 days, and every time it was a completely different number. Not just by a tiny fraction. It was a kilowatt hour more or so. So that's why maybe they changed it again. I don't know. Nothing personally can get first software update on a 2-year-old ID3 for 5 months if the dealer is busy. Is that the Volkswagen service to be expected? Well, that's not Volkswagen service a thing. That's the dealer you have in your area, which is a jackass that it doesn't plan that in. Especially when the dealer will get money from Volkswagen for the update. It's 1 or 2 days. They get a lot of money. They should put you in just to earn more money. They're just mean and don't want you there. My dealer was totally, oh, come here. We have your car for 3 days. We get a lot of money. Yay. And it's easy to do. It's one guy who put in the laptop and says, yes, yes, for a while. They love that. Perhaps manufacturers need to make it clearer in the materials that the battery degrades over time and it's entirely normal, so they can give some examples of what to expect over 5 years. That's true, but they just don't do that. If you don't watch YouTube or read anything about it, I don't think you know that. But it's the same with charging when it's cold. And with a cold battery, you know, you don't have full regen. All of this is never mentioned because they all think this is too much detail and too nerdy or whatever. You should try my EV database live. I claim it is the world's best, better than EV database. You can sort and filter on almost every EV feature. My hobby project. Awesome. Good to shove their nose into shortcomings. ID Bus GTX should be coming at some point. So far it hasn't been announced. Volkswagen will check up the price of the new ID4 for sure. I think so too. I'm scared that the price is not the same. Did he say I have to kill a dog? I said that, but I don't mean that. He's killing his dog. What will be your new car? Do you know? Again, I'm still, my heart is still on the ID7, but I don't know yet. For LFP battery in ID models, we have to wait till ID2. I have no idea. Maybe the chair can answer some questions. Taking my car to Spain in December. We'll see how it is on the road trip, a non-Tesla. I thought you already did a longer road trip with it. Did you not? Honda released the Prologue finally. It's a smaller cargo space than the ID4 and is 11 inches longer. Okay. Leaving today on a road trip to Canada in my ID4 to see Iron Maiden. Ooh, where are they playing? Toronto? Vancouver? Any rumors about the next software update after 3.4 for ID3? It will be 3.5. It's planned in a while. We'll see if this changes, but you know how it is. I'm not trusting Volkswagen when it comes to over-the-air update, when it comes to timing, and then if it really works, we'll see. Especially since in 3.0 they didn't know that it wouldn't work that well, so I'm scared that 3.2 didn't have the software error fixes in there, bug fixes that should make the update better for the next versions also. Maybe get some sponsor logos on the ID7 to finance it like in motorsport. I asked that once when I started YouTube and you barely get anything. And I was, huh? That's for nothing. That's why. Portland, Oregon to Vancouver, Canada. Yep, ENIAC prices stayed the same with the update. Coupe became cheaper because it was too much markup over the SUV. Cool. I think you should consider the Volvo EX30 for your next car. I asked Volvo for an invite, and they will invite me to a test drive at some point, but it will be not that soon, sadly. Start a new job in a week. Heavy haulage up to 250 tons. Look at you! You switched jobs? Can you do that? Do you also consider the smart hashtag 3 instead of the ID7? No. I tested the hashtag 1 and I wasn't too impressed. And the 3 looks a tiny bit better, but it's just not my type of car. and smart, and Volvo with the EX30 also has to prove first that they really made the platform better. The #1 for me didn't feel finished. It felt, when it comes to driving. So battery charging and all of this, I have no idea. I never tested that. I just drove it 2 times for a few hours, and I don't know. It wasn't. New job is only 10 minutes from home too. Woohoo! You should go to Q6 e-tron. Isn't that the gigantic car, the Q6? I mean SUV too. ID7 is big too, but I'm not the biggest fan of SUVs. What I like about the ID7 is that it's a bigger car, which I don't need, I know that, but also less consumption than my ID3, for example. EX30 looks great, no tax rebate in USA due to the Chinese battery. Really? I don't think it's not just Chinese battery, it's Chinese made. What about the new Model 3 of the later or the later new Model Y made in Berlin? I have to drive the new Model 3. The previous version was not my thing. It was way too sporty, way too low. Cindy hated it, I hated it. Model Y, Cindy loved. I found the suspension horrible and the steering horrible. If they can fix a few things in the Model 3, it's interesting. What I have seen at the IAA did not impress me. Yes, the ambient light is nice and the extra screen in the back is something I don't need. But that there is no stock for the gear change anymore, and that the blinker is on the steering wheel. Yes, the blinker I can get along with, but the gear change that I have to be on the screen and swipe around, I did that with the Model S test drive, and people always say you get used to it, but I don't want to get used to it. It's just a stupid idea and I don't want to support that. If you make a stupid thing, you shouldn't be supported, and all the Tesla fanboys are saying, yeah, it's a great idea. No, it's not, and you know it. It doesn't help at all to not have a stock. And if you do it automatically, that the car knows that you're going forward or in reverse, you can still do that via software. You can still have the stock. I don't get it. The new Honda thing looks like a Volvo, really. Which is better, ID7 or BYD Seal? Since I haven't seen the Seal yet or even driven it, I can't say that. If you should go for one of the cheapest EVs on the market today, what car would you recommend? Well, if it's cheap, what you need, isn't it the Dacia Spring, the cheapest ever? But I wouldn't recommend it. I don't recommend the cheapest EV. I think you should go a bit, spend a bit more and be happy. And if money is your most important thing, don't get an EV yet. It's okay if you don't buy an EV right away. It's fine. You can wait a bit. It's a stupid idea. The no stocks are a stupid idea because the switches are never where you left them. I'm also surprised the new Model 3 has the same delivery date as on the release. Feels like the sales numbers are not that high. Well, I think so. But Björn also hates the lack of stocks. Everyone does it. I don't get it. Even the yoke steering wheel, I got this. This was a gimmick from Tesla. Hey, this is how we get into the news, and it was a great idea, and they always do that. But to not give the Model 3 and the Model Y a screen in front of the driver was already questionable to me. They were just, let's save money, and then okay, we're gonna delete this. Let's get rid of the wiper stock. Which I don't get at all, and then let's get rid of the change gear. It's just stupid. I'm sorry. There will be a civil war about the blinker things on Tesla. I don't think so. I drove the Model S with the blinker on the yoke steering wheel. I got used to the steering wheel, the yoke. I was fine with it after a while. And the blinker, yes, it's annoying when you're in a roundabout and then you want to turn on or turn off the blinker. but usually you're on a straight or a slight corner and the yoke you have to hold anyways. I was okay with it. I thought at some point I could get used to it, but the gear change was horrible because the gear change on the steering wheel, it also needs a special distance. You have to know how long you have to press up and down, and then you have to lean forward, and it's just not the normal easy thing you do in a car. Whoop, drive, whoop, reverse, press, it's in park, and here it's it's sorry, it's just something that's just stupid. And I don't know why Tesla put the indicators buttons on the same side of the steering wheel. Also something, in a lot of cars you have it left on the left and right on the right. Yeah, but someone, left and right should be on left. Someone, how bad is Dacia Spring? It can't be that bad. Dacia Spring, you just notice it right away that it's trying to be the cheapest car ever. Small battery, extremely slow charging speed, even though it has CCS plug. Very, very weak motor. I think it was a 60 horsepower, 70 horsepower motor. I tested it one day. I think it was 20 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, which is not important to have a very powerful EV, but then so weak that you cannot even pass anything or even drive a bit. And then also the stalks, the screen and everything, it just screams cheap in everything. They saved on every corner, and you just notice that, and then at some point you're, I don't know. I haven't seen a yoke steering wheel in a car magazine. As an Audi driver, I don't understand the need for a blinker stock. Just wait until Tesla switch the steering wheel for a joystick to control the car. They will do it. They are so exactly the same than Apple. When I met with Kyle in Munich, Kyle from Out of Spec Reviews, he said, "What? You're not having an Apple phone? You're having Android? Why?" He didn't get it, and I said it's the same reason why I don't drive a Tesla. They're the exact same companies. They change something that they say is now the norm, and it should be the norm, and all the fanboys are following it and are repeating it. This is how it has to be. It's also something that the millions of YouTubers and I don't know, Instagram and Twitch and TikTok, everybody wants to report when Apple doesn't put a charger in the phone, and now they have USB-C that every phone since, I don't know, 20 years had. And just because Apple has to do it now it's a big thing. And what was I? And Tesla is the same with, okay, let's get rid of a cockpit monitor, let's get rid of a stalk for wiping, and then gear change, and then blinkers on the thing. It doesn't make the car better. Sometimes I think they only do it first to save money. If there's no stock, that's another dollar saved. They can make more profit. And people are talking about it, and this is their advertising. They're doing weird stuff, so they are being advertised. And then they do the power thing. So a Model S with 1,000 horsepower, that's so fast. Only for $150,000, you have a car that's as fast as a $2 million other car. That just sounds amazing. Look, I'm in the car with 2 kids and my wife. I can accelerate as fast as a supercar, and that just sounds amazing. And this is how they did their advertising for the first 10 years. But now I think people know that there are more electric cars, and that power is not always the most important. I think they are at a level now where other brands make cars with 400 horsepower, and it's already enough. It doesn't need to be 1,000. Even though I have to say, I drove the Model S for an hour and the Plaid, and it's an amazing car. It drives amazing, comfortable, quiet, all the same tech and info and everything on the screen as Model 3, Model Y, plus a cockpit. It's just a lot of money. I still think it's a bit overpriced. If they can put it in the 80,000 euro and the Plaid in 100,000, so the normal Model S at 80, I think it would fit a bit better. I bought ID3 with 77 kilowatt hour battery because degradation, so I have a good range for a long time. That's a plan too. Would you recommend the Twingo? Yes, I would. Even though I had my problem with the Renault Twingo and battery management system let the battery die on me at 13% or 10%, was it even 15%? I can't even remember. I still think it's a great car. Dacia Spring must be 5 to 7K in other markets. If you ever think of having a pointless job, think about the people installing blinkers on Audi. As a Tesla fanboy, I feel you guys sound like when phones got rid of buttons. No. That's something totally different. No, but when Tesla came out with the touchscreen in the Model S, that was a great thing to have a big tablet touchscreen in Tesla. This is what I supported. This is making sense. You can do way more things. You can have all the different stuff, and Tesla has a lot of good things. I'm not docking Tesla for great software, a great over-the-air update. They're making great cars. But if you then switch things that are not necessary, like a stock to change your gear, I don't know. I just think this is more of a market thing. Yes, I know he's not doing that well. It's just more of a. Do you want on the thing? Is it that? Should I get the other for me? Do you want on the chair? I get this. Kid wins all the time. How about that? Why am I so red? Where are we? Kyle, being a Taycan driver, they only had the wireless Apple thing, not Android Auto. Yeah, that's true. Did they still do that? Tesla introduced the main screen only and this steering wheel button thing only to cut costs. I think so too, but they sell it in a different way. I switched back to iPhone from Android because of the Android software. Everything there is just a bit more clunky on Android. I think Apple and Android is a taste thing, and Apple is just built, I know it squeaks a bit, Apple is built to have an environment of Apple, and Apple computer, Apple phone, Apple laptop is just, for me, too expensive for what it gives me, and that's why I'm not supporting it. And again, they do changes that people follow. Also good stuff. It's not just bad. I'm looking for a cheap second car. I could also go for a little fossil car with automatic transmission. Exactly. I understand your point of Tesla and people following it, but there's still no alternative that offers the same easy life of EV driving for an affordable price. Everyone has a different car they like, and if you like Tesla, that's totally fine. I'm happy for you. And like I said, a Model S drives really nice. Model 3, Model Y is not my taste. It's way too sporty for me. They focused on the power and not on the suspension and quietness, and that's just important to me. But everyone's different. Enjoy your car. I'm happy for you. Hello, I have had my ID3 since March 23, 145 horsepower. Really? Old face, but I'm very disappointed that there is no improvement app update that Volkswagen has given us a promise. You have the car for 7 months and you're waiting for an update. that takes a while. I'm sorry. App hasn't been changed since 3.0 and the software is 3.2 and it will then be 3.5 at some point, which is still the same iDriven 3.5 and ID3 facelift. It's the same software, just a bit more stable. There are no, and I think that vehicle to house works then when you have the special charger. So it will be a while that no improvements. So when it comes to new features and so, I'm scared that this won't be coming to all the cars. EV diversity for the win, exactly. I love my car, but when I see Tesla, which is improving technology more and more thanks to updates, when will there be new features for our ID3? We have no feedback from Volkswagen. That's what I just said. And you have to think about it too. Yes, Tesla is updating every 3 days. But what updates are they getting? They got great updates, don't get me wrong. Tesla got amazing one-pedal driving update at some point, charging updates, and I don't know what. But the rest is improvement for the layout and more games and YouTube and I don't know what. And this is just something that other car makers are not focusing on. But if this is important to you, if software and interacting with the screen is very important to you, you should so go for a Tesla. Not to cut costs, but to increase profits. Do you know when the Polestar 4 arrives in dealership? I think that will be a while, since Polestar 3 is just at dealers to be looked at, and Polestar 4 will be a while. Tesla is trying to fix problems that are not there in the first place. I drive Tesla, and removing stocks is just plain stupid. Without stocks, my next car will not be a Tesla. The old man doesn't like a sporty car. It's true. I just, when I go to work and I drive over a bump and it does this, I don't like that. I want to get to work and be comfortable. I don't need a mega comfortable car like I just had the Nissan Ariya that's a bit too comfortable, but I don't want a sporty suspension. The same with the Model Y. When I drive on the highway with 150 and there is a little hole, that then I'm a meter more to the right, because the steering is also very direct. If you like that, that's good. I don't. Since we are in October, any news about new car after ID3 leasing is over? I still don't know. Hello Chris, just found the stream, thanks. That's nice that you just found it. Hope to subscribe. Well, you had to subscribe to put a message in here, right? My car was parked for 3 weeks whilst on holiday and lost 1%, which I think was probably temp. I'm pretty sure as well. But this is, I think, normal in newer cars, except for, I think even Tesla has repaired this. They understand if the car is parked for a while to turn everything off, or most of it. And even if it's still connecting to a server, it doesn't need that much power. So this should be the normal case. My priority for a car is not how fast it goes, but whether a mattress can fit inside it. Depends how big the mattress should be. The hardware is big limiting factor with the Volkswagen current infotainment system, but there's going to be a point when they are entirely shift to new hardware and updates won't come to older cars. We'll see how updates come to newer cars as well. We all have seen Volkswagen in the last 3 years with updates, so we of course are not so positive and are thinking, ooh, with ID software 4.0 new hardware there will be an update every month. I doubt that. 11% does seem a lot for the distance you've done. I've done 43,000 kilometers in my Kona over almost 3 years, and BMS is still reporting 100% state of health. Of course, that's a lie, but under 6% loss. Yeah, this is the thing what I said before. Kona is one of those two. When it loses capacity, it has a bigger buffer, and the buffer is just getting smaller because it has to lose stuff in 1 year, and it will most likely be more than 6% what you've lost, but you just don't see it, and that's fine. If they put a bigger battery in there and you lose from the buffer, why not? You still can drive as much as before, so you win. Software version 4 looks nice. Will the pre-facelift ID3 be getting it? I doubt it, because it's built for the new hardware that is in ID7, ID4, 5 and then 3 at some point. I doubt it. I think that ID software will go on with updates on older cars, but not with all the options that 4.0 will get. I bet Tesla will implement something similar like the ID light. The front ambient light is in the same place. Presenting a bit more info without looking to the center screen would be great. That's possible. If they put in a light bar and they notice, hey, we want to do this, For me, the ID light is nice, but if I don't have it, I'm fine with it. We'll see. Audi e-tron is 800 volt, the new one, the new version. So Audi e-tron GT, the old Audi normal e-tron was 400 volt. Isn't the Q6 e-tron also 400 volt, I thought? When I turn the car off, I can hear the contactors open straight away. With Tesla, it usually takes ages. Really? Huh. But it's also faster on, isn't it? Isn't it on in a second or so, all Teslas? I thought so. Or not, you unlock, or not even unlock, and it's already on. There are 100 people almost here. Let's play the like game. For you who never been here, you haven't liked this stream yet, and liking is awesome because it helps me, and YouTube then thanks me with presenting my videos to everyone. And since nobody liked it, we all like at the same time. Audi e-tron Q6 is 800 volt, but not the Q8, right? And so I will count down from 3 to 0, and then everybody press like at the same time. It's always fun to see the number go up because nobody thinks of the like, and that's why we do the like game. Let's try this. You just get your phone, your tablet, and all the accounts you have on YouTube, and then we all press the like button at the same time. Let's do this. 3, focus on hand, 2, 1, and like. We do this every week because everybody forgets, and that's fine. I like the interior ID light. The Enya crystal face is both hilarious and fun, not unlike a Hyundai Tucson. I've never seen that, I'm sorry. My car is on straight away using the 12-volt battery. The conductors operate when I press the start button. Oh. But I think Tesla does the same thing. You just the big battery is just always on the DC, isn't it? Hang on, I'll swap accounts and it's fine. Swap account. Wow, only to 56. Come on, we have 90 people here. It should be at least 90. Come on. Last week we got 100 likes. Can we do that today? What's going on? Come on. Why am I crooked? I'm in the wrong spot. I have to sit more to the right. Have I? Yes. 56 likes. Do I have to like myself? I already liked, I think. I think the first Cybertrucks we will deliver this month. It will be a mega hype. What do you think? Expect? I think that Americans will love it. This is again something, it's a horrible looking thing. And everybody was freaking out when the truck drove up, and everybody was like, what is this? Is this a joke? And then within a day, everyone was, yeah, Tesla did it. This is how a new truck should look like. It was amazing. They know what they're doing. Tesla uses conductors as soon as car is open. Look at you, you know stuff. Is Cybertruck bulletproof? I don't think so. Ich putze hier nur, okay? Go clean up then. Yes, I'm pretty sure Americans and North Americans will love the Cybertruck. It's something special. They love their trucks. I think in Europe a few people will buy them because it's fun. If it comes to Europe, they have to change it in a different way for pedestrians and that it fits everything. We'll see. I don't think that the market in Europe is made for such a car. I don't think so. Even if they do all what they're doing. There you go, Chris. One more subscriber and another like. Swapping back now. Thank you, Locknut, to RWB here. 63 likes, even though there are 100 people here. Come on, 100. When do you get your ID7? What is the new name for it? Walton or more? I don't even know if I will get the ID7. I hope this will be decided this week. I was hoping it would be decided last week, but it wasn't. I'm still working on it. I don't know. I have thought of a name, but I don't want to say it until it's for sure. I think I know a name, and I think it's a good name, makes sense, and I think I even said it here at one point. I shouldn't have. because it's way more fun then. But the Cybertruck is a bit late since there is F-150 lighting in Rivian. Yeah, but Tesla can swoop into the market, and they have always the Tesla wow factor, I think. But I don't know the American market, North American market, if a Cybertruck has more sense than a Ford truck that is made and looks like any other truck. I have no idea. The Rivian is the mix. It looks like an electric truck. It has cool features. I think Rivian would be a very fun car. The Lightning looks gigantic. The Rivian is so in the middle, and the Cybertruck is just cyber, what it says. We'll see. Maybe all those who had Hummer in Europe buy Cybertruck, for example. Yeah. Can you explain the difference between membership and support your channel? It is that. No, what you mean is the difference between channel membership and Patreon. So Patreon is a different site. You pay whatever you want, and then you're a Patreon of mine. I think it starts with one euro, and you just pay every month. And channel membership is then Google, YouTube, where on YouTube you pay something, and there I have made a few different groups. I think it's four different groups, and you can then select what group you want, and then you support me. YouTube, of course, gets its cut, as same as on Patreon. Patreon gets its cut, and then you support me. Thank you very much for the people that are supporting me on YouTube here and on Patreon. I post a lot of things. If there's anything new, you get the news first. If there's anything happening, if I make a video, I get early access on both. I treat both of them the same way, because they're so nice to me. I want to support them. It's so nice. Cybertruck is actually the first Tesla car not suitable for the global market, only in general North American market. But they also think they can sell a lot. The Cybertruck will likely still be cheaper than the F-150 Rivian and usually cheaper than the Hummer. The Hummer EV is funny, also it would never work in Europe. The Australian would buy Cybertrucks in droves if Tesla were to make right-hand drive versions are really popular down here. Cool. Did anyone buy the Hummer here in Germany? You need to have more than the normal driver's license to drive it because it's so heavy. Really? I didn't know that. Please send me your bank details. My Nigerian uncle wishes to donate a large sum of money to you. Please do that. It's 222-555-1039. Yep. We did an hour, I think. I think we're good for today. Are there any questions? And sorry, I play around with my ear. I have just something, I don't know what it is. It's itchy and hurts at the same time. This week, what happened last week? Last week, I still drove the Nissan Ariya. By the way, I really liked it. I would say the Ariya drove better for my case than an ID4, ID5. It has sufficient power. Regen was better than in Volkswagen cars. The software, the cockpit is amazing in the Ariya. The normal infotainment system is okay, not that amazing. It has a few downsides, but it looks very nice. So I enjoyed my 2 weeks with the Nissan, and I found out, or you told me did I miss the liking? Yes, you did. We just did it. 5 minutes ago. It's over 3.5 tons, so when you only have a B license, you cannot drive it. I didn't know. What was I saying? Yeah, you guys mentioned that the Renault Scenic is based on the platform the same as Nissan Ariya. And since the Nissan drove so amazing and the infotainment system wasn't that amazing, and the Renault Scenic has Android Automotive and a big screen and buttons, actual buttons underneath for seat heating and stuff, which the Ariya didn't have, I think that the Renault Scenic would be a great car. I made a video about this today, but I screwed something up. I have to film it again. The focus was off because I pressed the wrong button and I didn't notice, and now it's all crap. I think the Renault Scenic could be very interesting for a lot of people, and I think if it drives the same way and has this great infotainment system, it could be a winner. And if they increase the charging power a bit, that would be awesome. How does the price of the ID7 compare with, say, a base model Taycan? Not that they're really in the same segment of a car, but I suspect their prices probably aren't that far off. Oh yes, they are. A model, a Taycan, I think starts way higher. Can I configure a Taycan? Let's see. Let's configure one then. I accept all Taycan. Let's go in there. It starts at 93,000 euros with nothing. Why are you saying this? Translate this page. I don't want this. Always offer to translate. Never translate. Cancel. So it starts at 93,000 euros and the ID7 starts at 57. That's a bit of a difference. It's almost 40,000 euros. I have old class 3, so I can drive 7.5 tons or so. I think I have that too. Right, Renault Scenic makes a lot of sense. It's interesting. Is Taycan under 90k? No, it's not. Configuring a Taycan can take all day. That's also correct. But in some way, I like it. I think when you buy such a exotic special car, I think the configuration, there should be an easy way as well that you say this package, but it's nice if you can say, no, I want carbon there and not there, and then you can select whatever you want. I think you should be able to do that. I would love that with ID3 as well, but they don't do it because it's a market that costs just less. But it would be nice if you can select that. I think so. Even if there's, but most likely it will cost more if you take packages and mix them or something. Okay, but I think that's it for me today. Like I said, Araya is already was picked up on Friday. I don't have a car right now. I will get a BMW i7 M60 on Wednesday just for a week. Easy, make it full, that's true. And I will only have it for a week, and then afterwards I get the BMW iX1, what was it, xDrive 30 for a week. So I have 2 BMWs each for a week from Wednesday on. I'm excited about both cars. We'll have to see how that is. Yes. You can expect this week the Nissan Ariya videos. It should be 2 videos. Yes, one that takes a bit of time to edit and one that's a bit easier. And wonder if the i7 will fit in your garage. If the iX fit in there, I think so. Look at you driving the Bavarian Rolls-Royce. Exactly. Come to Manchester and you can borrow mine. It's a bit too far for a car. I'm sorry, it's very far. I have to fly there and everything. And the steering wheel is on the wrong side. You know me, I can't drive. I'm an idiot. Then it was horrible with the Tesla. So happy that I didn't have to change gears in a fossil car with a manual box. I couldn't do that. Thanks, Chris. Much appreciated. Have a great week. You too. Yes, so like I said, expect the Ariya videos and the ID3 video, what they did wrong. Careful of the optional indicators on BMWs. Yes, I will. But that's it. You all take care. I see you all next week, hopefully. There shouldn't be anything next week. Is there anything? I don't think so. Let's look at my calendar. It's October 1st. Is there anything? No. Next week, the 8th, there's nothing. In 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks there's something. I think I can say that now. Can I? I think so. My patrons and members already know that for a while. I'm invited to the Kia EV9 driving event in south of France on October 27th. I'm very excited. Kia was the company that didn't even want to give me a press card because I'm in Germany but making English videos. And they say, that's not for the German market, we don't want to support you with cars. And now then I opened a German channel, not because of that, it was just because I'm in Germany, I should have a German one too, which, by the way, has now 3,000 subscribers. Woohoo! That's awesome in a bit over a year. I'm very happy. Kia then inviting me to the EV9, so a press event, and even out of the country, is an amazing thing. I'm very happy about that. Very excited. This is awesome. And of course, I said, yes, I'm coming, even though I had no idea if I can take off work. And I had to work a bit to get off work. And I also have been told when around ID7 driving event is, but I can't talk about it yet because it's not for sure. We'll see. But that's it for me. You all take care. Have a wonderful week. I see you next Sunday. Bye. 74.